Most creators spend years improving their cameras, editing, thumbnails, and hooks. But none of those skills matter as much as the one almost nobody practices: communication. Because great content isn't just information delivered well. It's an idea that another person can understand, feel, and remember. And that right there completely changed how I think about content creation. I originally started on YouTube because I wanted to build a fishing channel. So I got to work. I studied titles, thumbnails, hooks, editing, storytelling, algorithms. I obsessed over learning every single aspect of a successful YouTube channel. But the deeper I went, something unexpected happened. I was spending less time studying YouTube and more time studying communication. Because underneath almost every single content problem, I kept finding communication problems. A weak hook? I wasn't communicating why the viewer should even care. A confusing video? I understood the idea, but I wasn't explaining it well enough for someone hearing it for the first time. A story that feels flat? The events might be interesting, but I wasn't communicating why those events mattered. A video that looks polished but still doesn't connect? The editing improved, but I wasn't communicating the story well enough. That led me to a simple framework. Content is what you know. Communication is how you help another person understand it, feel it, and remember it. Content multiplied by communication creates videos people don't just watch. It creates videos that stay with them. But most creators spend almost all their time improving only one side of that equation. So they learn better cameras, lighting, editing, better thumbnails, better production. And all of those skills matter. I'm not going to tell you that they don't. But they're multipliers of the message. They're not the message itself. Think about editing. Editing can emphasize an emotional moment. It can slow it down, add music, change the angle, remove the silence. But it can't create an emotional moment that was never communicated in the first place. And then think about a thumbnail. A thumbnail can earn the click, but it can't make the viewer care once the video begins. Think about a camera. A better camera can make the image look professional, but it can't make a confusing explanation clear. The technology can amplify your communication, but it can't replace it. And you can see this in the creators people actually remember. It's not always the creator with the best camera. It's not the creator with the most effects. It's not even always the creator with the most information. It's the creator who can take an idea and make it feel clear, relevant, and human. They make you feel like they understand the question that's in your head. They explain the idea in a way that finally clicks. They tell a story that gives the information meaning. And when the video ends, you don't just remember what they said. You remember how they made you feel. I've seen this long before I started studying content creation. I've been a teacher throughout my entire life. Anywhere from IT to medical, sometimes in between. The subjects changed. The terminology changed. The people changed. And the stakes changed. But one lesson kept following me. Information alone isn't what makes people remember what you're teaching. Connection does. You can give someone all the correct information. You can organize it and present it perfectly. You can provide all the proof that make that information matter. But if you don't make it relatable or memorable, it won't stick. The moment they feel connected to the lesson, that changes. They pay closer attention. They recognize themselves in the problem. They understand why the solution matters, and they're far more likely to remember it. And that's why storytelling has always been such a powerful teaching tool. Not because every lesson needs to become a movie. Not because every creator needs a dramatic personal story. Storytelling works because it creates connection. It gives information a person, a problem, a consequence, a reason to care. And that same principle applies to content. You aren't just giving the viewer information. You're helping them form a connection with an idea. That's communication. And once I saw that, I started looking at content creation differently. A hook isn't just a sentence at the start of a video. It's communication that tells the viewer why this matters and gets them to stay until the end. A story isn't just a way to make the video longer. It's communication that helps the viewer feel the idea. Teaching isn't just transferring information. It's communication that helps another person make sense of something. And editing isn't just a substitute for any of that. It supports it. This is why communication isn't one more skill to add to the creator checklist. It's the skill that makes the rest of the checklist work. So before your next video, I want you to do one simple thing. Before you think about the camera, the lighting, the edit, or the thumbnail, ask yourself, what does your viewer need to understand? And why should they care? Not what information do I want to give them. Not how do I make myself look more professional. But what do they need to understand and why should they care? That question doesn't replace better editing, better titles, better thumbnail, or better storytelling. It makes all of them more effective. And once you answer that question, plan how you're going to make the lesson relatable and memorable. That's what this channel is here to explore. The connection between communication and content. How great communicators make ideas clear. How they make lessons feel relevant. How they turn information into something people actually remember. Because creators don't only need better cameras, better software, better strategies. They need to improve their communication skills. So if you've been trying to become a better creator, maybe it's time to work on becoming a better communicator first.